Hello, deal makers. In this video, we're going to talk about global investing platforms available for Filipinos. How can Filipinos easily invest in the global stock market? So, hi, I am Ronald Kagape. I am the author of the book No Money Down Formula in Real Estate that helps you buy properties with little or no money down. And I'm also the co-author of Money Troubleshooters, your money questions answered straight by financial gurus. And in this video, we're going to talk about how can you get started in the global stock market game? How can you invest in global markets? And I worked with Club Think Rich Pinoy, Club TRP's Dr. Larry Gamboa, the author of the book Think Rich Pinoy, in establishing a course called TRP Uncle Sam, where we teach you how to get started in the global stock markets. Now, you don't need to be a student not to answer this question. Now, which platform can you use to get started in the global stock markets? That is what we will discuss. So let's dive in. So it used to be that only rich people can invest overseas. What do I mean by that? Well, because before, no, I guess around 20 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago, when I started to look at the global markets, I wanted to be able to buy, companies that I've only heard of online. I wanted to buy Google, I wanted to buy Amazon, Microsoft, but I couldn't because to open a stock brokerage account, you needed to have a US address. You needed to have a US bank account that has at least a minimum of $1,000. So you need $1,000 for a bank account and then $1,000 to open a stock brokerage account. And at that time, that was too challenging for me. I did not have that money and I did not have the means to open a US bank account and a US address. So that's why I could say only the rich can invest overseas. Now, if you were an OFW, if you are, say, an immigrant, you're not based here in the Philippines, or you work for a global company that offers employee stock options, then you can get started in the global stock market right away. But the good news is right now, even ordinary Filipinos can open a stock brokerage account for as low as $200, and in some instances, there is no minimum. Okay. The requirements are simple. No, you just need a government ID. Uh, I would suggest that you use your passport, and then you need to show a proof of address. You could use your driver's license, and in some cases, they would also ask for your utility bills or your credit card statements or bank statements that shows your address. Then you also need to fill up this W-8 Ben form. This form is for tax purposes, and when you fill this up, it will tell the brokerage that you are not a US citizen or you don't live in the US, you don't make your income in the US, so you are exempted from US withholding taxes. So you can actually do your trades without US withholding taxes. So you need to sign this W-8 Ben form. Next. So let us look at the two platforms that I would highly recommend. The first one is Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is one of the highest and most trusted platforms, online platforms out there. It has been reviewed by a lot of financial institutions, a lot of rating agencies like Barron's, and they rate Interactive Brokers very, very highly. And in some cases, they rate it as the number one. So you can be assured that Interactive Brokers is a very good platform to use. They give you global market access. They allow you to trade stocks not just in the US. So this is the great news. So you can buy stocks of companies from other countries, from Europe, from Hong Kong, from South America, wherever there is a company, a global company that you would like to buy. Okay. Now, there are very few exchanges that are closed, from Interactive Brokers because they have 126 exchanges available to them. So if you want the broadest access, then Interactive Brokers is the company for you. Also, there is no minimum amount to open an Interactive Brokers account. You don't need to deposit right away. Although during this pandemic, they have a long queue because a lot of people wanted to open an Interactive Brokers account, and they give priority to those that will make a deposit. But you can definitely submit an application to get opened, and you don't need to deposit right away. There is, though, a charge in making trades. So you pay a $1 charge minimum. The actual rate is $0.005 per share. So if you are a big trader, you have big funds, then the maximum that you will pay is $1 per trade, or $10 per month. If you go below this, if you don't trade as often, they will charge you an inactivity fee of $10 per month. So this is better for those that will be making at least 10 trades per month. So you either make 10 buys, or maybe you make 5 buy trades and 5 sell trades, just so that you can meet the $10 per month requirement. Or you can just go ahead and pay that, and just continue to buy stocks long term. No need for regular trading. Great thing also is Interactive Brokers allows purchase of fractional shares. Why is this important? Because in the Philippines, usually there are lots, right? Especially for those of you that already buy stocks in the local market, you have to buy exact number of lots. For example, say if a stock is at, I don't know, 10 pesos, you probably need to buy 10 lots, right? Or if it's at 1 peso, you need to buy 100 lots, something like that. Okay. In Interactive Brokers, or in the global markets, you can buy fractional shares. So for example, Amazon. Amazon is going to be a bit hard to buy if there was no fractional shares because it's at $3,100 per share. So you need to put in $3,100 or more just to buy one share of Amazon stock. But the good news, because of fractional shares, you can actually buy 0.01% of Amazon only, and that means you only need to allot $30 to buy Amazon stock. All right. So that is fractional shares. Next, Interactive Brokers has been rated as a very reliable platform, so it doesn't bog down as often. There are instances where when there is extraordinary amount of activity, where all global platforms, all US platforms go down, and you are unable to make a trade. So sometimes that's rare, that rarely happens, but it does happen. But for the most part, Interactive Brokers is a very reliable platform. It's also easy to use, very easy to execute your trades, and if you want to open a margin account, they have a very friendly rate of 1.59% per annum. So it's easy, or I think it's okay, to do margin trading using Interactive Brokers because of the low cost of margin trading. But you do need to get approved for a margin account, which we will not cover though in this video, probably in a future video. For the most part, you don't need to do margin trading to succeed in global stock market investing. All right. What else? When you fund, of course, there's no minimum, to open an account. But if you want to get started already, you will need to fund your account. And for Filipinos, the only way is to deposit through wire transfer. So unless you have a US bank that allows you, to directly deposit to Interactive Brokers without doing an international wire transfer, you would probably need to pay $35 per wire transfer. So this for me is one of the, I guess, big disadvantages of Interactive Brokers. Now there are people that maybe if they have a US bank account, you can go through them. You deposit through them, they will be the ones who will change the dollars for you, and maybe they're the ones that can fund the account for you. But if you're doing this alone, then you'll need to pay $35 per transfer. Okay. you are allowed one free withdrawal. No, you don't need to pay Interactive Brokers a fee for one withdrawal per month. So that renews every month. If you need to make another withdrawal after the first free one, you will need to pay a $10 fee. Plus, you would still need to pay the wire transfer fee as well. So it's not recommended to be moving money in and out of your Interactive Brokers account because you will be eaten by the wire transfer fees. So just put in money, maybe once a quarter, put in a huge amount of money already, a big amount of money already, so that your capital will not be eaten by wire transfer fees. The good thing also is your funds are insured by the SIPC for up to $500,000. SIPC is a federal agency or a federal corporation, your money is secured in Interactive Brokers. By federal corporation, that means this is a government agency, a US government agency. All right. So those are the features, the advantages and disadvantages of interactive brokers. We're going to have a summary later on, but let me get into the platform that I personally use. Okay, eToro. I am a small investor yet. I have not put in a big amount of money yet in the global markets. So I am representing the small investor. And for small investors, I would recommend eToro. And here are the reasons why. Number one, you also get global market access. However, Interactive Brokers wins in this category because they have wider access. They have more options. In fact, there are stocks that I cannot buy, but you could buy if you have an account in Interactive Brokers. Okay, but I'm happy with eToro because I can still make money in the global markets. There are still good stocks available to me. So the stocks that I want, like the Amazons, the Apples, Facebooks, and the big ones, if you want to buy Tesla, then these guys are available in eToro. And you can also buy from other exchanges, like from Germany, from Hong Kong, from London. So you still have true global market access. It's also easy to use. You could play around actually by opening a virtual account. You get $100,000 virtual portfolio so that you can play around with the platform. I found it easy to use, easy to navigate and execute my trades. It's also been a reliable platform for me. I don't trade often anyway. I'm not a day trader, so I don't use it as often as a day trader. And I've not had an instance where I could not buy or I could not execute a trade. So for me, it's been a reliable platform for the most part. There is a minimum deposit though. You need to put in a minimum of $200 to get started in real trading. Okay, so for the virtual, you can open a virtual account without putting in money. But when you want to get started for real, the minimum deposit is $200 and the minimum additional deposit is $100 per deposit or per funding. Okay? There is a minimum transaction of $50. So whenever you execute a buy or a sell, the minimum is $50. So for example, if you put in 200, then you can only buy 4 stocks. If you want to buy more, then you will need to put in more money into your account. But the good thing is there's zero commission on stocks. So I guess this is the feature that makes it really attractive to me because I don't pay a commission for any buy or sell transaction on stocks. Now, eToro has other instruments that you can trade. Now, they have cryptocurrency, they have CFDs. For those, you need to pay commissions. There are fees involved. But with stocks, there's zero commission whenever you buy or sell stocks. Okay? You can also buy fractional shares, like the example I mentioned with interactive brokers. Now, the other good thing, the one that really convinced me to get into eToro is you can deposit through wire transfer or through PayPal. When you deposit through PayPal, there is no wire transfer fee. So that for me is a game changer, and that really persuaded me to get into eToro because I can deposit regular amounts of say $100 whenever I have extra money available, and I won't have to pay $35 to build my portfolio. There is a withdrawal fee though of $5, but that's not a big concern for me because I'm a long-term investor. I don't need the money here, so I can just let it grow. And when it's already big, that $5 is no longer significant. There is a problem with margin trading though. eToro, as far as I know, does not have a margin account similar to interactive brokers where they give you a loan and then you use that money to buy or sell stocks, and then you can pay that loan later. With eToro, leverage works by executing a contract for difference, a CFD trade. And that is a little bit more complicated. I won't be discussing that. But when you do that, say when you buy CFDs, you will have to pay a 6.4% rate. Okay, a 6.4% fee. I think this is per day. I don't know if it's per day or per transaction, but it's a way bigger than the 1.59% of interactive brokers. So if you want to do margin trading, it's better to go with interactive brokers than eToro. Now, eToro accounts are also insured, right? They are insured by the Lloyd's of London, which I think is a private bank in the UK. So it's not a federal agency, it's not a government agency, but nonetheless, your account is insured up to 1 million Australian dollars. Okay, so not US dollars, but Australian dollars because the Philippine accounts are usually under the jurisdiction of eToro Australia. If you are an OFW, say if you're based in if you're based in London, it will be British pounds, or if you're based in the EU, it will be euros, 1 million euros. Okay. Another aspect of eToro that is not available in interactive brokers is the social trading aspect. So with social trading, you can actually see what other traders are buying, what's their portfolio like, what's their performance. So uh, of course, they have to set it into public. So there are actually popular investors that you can copy. So this is probably something that you see in the advertisements. I see this often in the ads where you can copy popular traders on the eToro platform, and that makes it passive. You just need to deposit an amount to your account, and then you tell eToro that you want to copy this trader. So whenever this trader has a trade, then the money that you allotted for them will automatically be allotted for their most recent trades. So you don't need to learn trading. But for me, I prefer to control my destiny and I prefer to learn how to trade. So personally, I don't use social trading. But for you, if you're busy, you can copy the popular traders there, or you can copy my trades. That is not a problem. Okay. Plus, there is also a $50 referral bonus if you use a referral link from an existing eToro user. You will get a $50 bonus, and they will get a $50 bonus as well. So this is great news for small accounts because if you put in 200 and you get a $50 bonus, so that's as if you already made a 25% return on your money. Of course, you need to make trades as well because you cannot withdraw the $50 right away. Now you can use the $50 to buy stocks in the eToro platform. So you can't deposit 200 and then withdraw 250. It doesn't work that way. So you need to be invested first before you can withdraw that 50. But of course, who wants $50? That's small change. What we want you to do is to invest long term in the global stock market, in grow your accounts into the hundreds of thousands or even into the millions of dollars. But you get started with a $50 bonus when you open an eToro account. All right, so let us summarize. Comparing Interactive Brokers with eToro, both of them have global market access, but Interactive Brokers gives you more options. If you want more options, you go with Interactive Brokers. Both of them are easy to use. Both of them can be funded with wire transfer, but eToro gives the advantage of funding it through PayPal, without charges. So if you have a small account, you would probably want to go with eToro, and you get a one free withdrawal with Interactive Brokers, but with eToro, there's a withdrawal fee of $5 per withdrawal. There is no minimum trade. No, in Interactive Brokers, there is a $50 minimum trade. With eToro, with both platforms, you can buy fractional shares. You don't need to buy the whole share. You can buy just a portion of a share. And it's better to open a margin account with Interactive Brokers because you only pay 1.59% per year. While with eToro, you have to execute a CFD trade, and that is subject to a 6.4% fee. There is no minimum deposit with Interactive Brokers, but there is a minimum $200 deposit in eToro. Interactive Brokers charges $1 per trade, a $1 commission per trade, whether that's a buy or a sell. With eToro, there is zero commissions. Both offer insurance. With Interactive Brokers, there is a federal insurance up to $500,000. With eToro, there is private insurance up to 1,000 or 1 million Australian dollars. You also have the added benefit of social trading. With eToro, you can see what other traders are doing, and you get a $50 bonus if you open an eToro account using an eToro referral link. So if you know anyone who has an eToro account, ask for their referral link. If not, you can use my referral link to get that $50 bonus. So that sums up these two platforms. That was very. I hope that was a comprehensive video. I hope that helps you make a decision. Now, if you have quite a bit of money, say if you have $2,000 or more, and you're able to deposit regularly, then I would suggest that you open an interactive broker's account. But if you have a small account, if you're just starting with small funds, open an eToro account funded through PayPal and use my referral link to get a $50 bonus. So that is it. I hope that video helps you get started in global stock market investing. If you need more information, I would suggest that you sign up for the TRP Uncle Sam program, a program that I'm running with uh, Think Rich Pinoy's Dr. Larry Gamboa. Will help you get started in global stock market investing. How do you buy global assets? But it's not just limited to stocks. You can also will also guide you on how do you build your wealth, through real estate, through business, through the mindset. What kind of mindsets do you need to have to get started as a world-class investor, as a global investor? So with that, I hope this video helps you to get started in global stock markets. Again, this has been Ronald Kagape, encouraging you to make deals so you can grow rich, and may all your deals push through.